What's my mother name?
What's up, guys? KDub175 back with another Pokemon Duel video. We're jumping right into the action, going up against Michael, and I am in Bidoof. Okay, so I wanted to just rewind things a little bit with you guys. I know I uploaded a video last about Blacephalon and the Arceus, but this was kind of my push in League before the monthlies reset. So we could have instantly won right there with the Poipole, but they come out with the YOLO Fracture, and if we would have just landed blue, that would have been game over. That would have been a win. Now we're going to bring out our Fracture, hoping to land our Guillotine into their white, but it's not a 3MP, so I can do this safely and still protect my goal. And they get the 2-star Guillotine and rip to our Fracture. So now we're going to have to go defensive with our Dawn Wings Necrozma, and we're going to be guaranteed to, just hang on for one turn, and we do get knocked out. So I don't like to transform this early in the match, but I kind of have to. So now I'm going to bring out my other Dawn Wings, which I should have brought out on the other side, because then I could have max revived and got us around on that Haxorus. So that was a misplay. But we get knocked out anyway, and then we hit a miss. Like, what is with this RNG? We are just being steamrolled right now by Michael. Lost both of our Dawn Wings Necrozma. So now I'm going to bring out the Vibrava, which we can air balloon over. And thank you. Finally, we win a spin. It's turn 286. Like, bro, really, like after 15 turns, we finally win a roll. So at least we don't insta-lose. So I'm going to kind of run Fracture up the right side here, and just hoping that we can get the knockout here with our Guillotine. There we go, Fracture. Knocking out that Blaze. I don't know if it was the best idea to use that Z move, because we're level 10. It's all into the Guillotine. So now we have our fully evolved Haxorus, chain level 10. It's only level 5, but now we have our Poipole right back. We're going to move up, threaten game here. And we got to be careful because the opponent, Michael, here has 2 Primal Kyogres. So if we hit that Ultra Portation, that blue is going to send us to the Ultra Space, and we're not going to come back. We will not come back. We will be gone for the entirety of the duel. And, okay, they get a knockout. We land that Toxic. We don't have blue anyway, so we don't have anything to worry about. So I'm kind of okay with that for the meantime. I got to try to use that Poipole defensively. And, of course, Mega Ray is going to hit that that fly where we could have been able, get that knockout with our Z move. But we still have this Mega Absol. So we're going to just backtrack, get that Surround, get rid of that Mega Ray. And now we don't have too much to worry about in terms of our goal. But we've lost both of our Dawn Wings. So, yeah, this is going to be ripped to us. I'm just hoping that we can land that Ice Beam to be able to freeze that Primal Groudon. And we do. We get that Ice Beam. And now Primal Groudon is going to kind of be our prisoner for the meantime, until they can try to get some of their Pokemon in range to try to tag that Primal Groudon to unfreeze it. So we're going to move up with this Vibrava. And we're going to bring out our Necrozma to kind of just match up with that Haxorus, and they're going to come right after us. And we get the Reflect move, so now we're going to be able to just jump over like a stealth hit on Sceptile, scoop up, and we get that Surround. So now we have an entry point. We have their Primal Groudon captured. It's kind of, we call this like a freeze banish, because they might as well have a figure excluded because there's no way they can get to it right now. And we get rid of that Haxorus, so feel good about that. Tectonic Rage, able to easily get the knockout on this Primal Kyogre. And Michael is looking to be in serious trouble right about now. We're not going to evolve. Now, this is what I needed to do. I needed to just, I think, take that corner. I should have took that corner instead of allowing them to try to attack. But I'm like, I have the air balloon I can jump over. But, yeah, I should have stayed on that corner. They could have went after my Necrozma. Then we could have moved to the top of their bridge there, and they wouldn't have been able to attack. They could have blocked us off, but again, we could have, took it with the air balloon. So we gave them a chance to come back. It just didn't work out. So keep that in mind, guys. Definitely a misplay there as well. But we were able to get the win. right? So we're going to jump in to the next matchup, seeing things from I'm trash, right? I'm trash. This is a pretty good matchup, guys, so definitely strap in. And Bidoof, obviously, from the red side. Kind of sucks you can't always see things from your perspective, but I don't mind it too much. Kind of gives you a different look of the duel sometimes to see kind of things from the opponent's side of the board. So we're just kind of getting set up here. Vibrava coming through super clutch, allowing us to get more figures out without having to cover up the goal. 2-star takeaway. Oof. Okay, they get that early takeaway. They're going to get that Drifblim with that 3-star takeaway. Super scary. Super scary for my deck indeed. You know, really the only good matchup is my Absol, hoping to land that gold into the purple. So we also have Ultra Necrozma, so again, I don't really mind burning up my Ultra Burst or my Ultra Necrozma to try to get the knockout on this Drifblim, but we're not going to be able to get the knockout just yet. So I jump over with the Poipole, take that entry point, and they have the Phantom Sphere, so they're going to be able to bring more Pokemon out, so that kind of feels bad. But we're able to get the knockout, get rid of that Drifblim with that 3-star takeaway, and now I kind of want to go after that Misdreavus. So Decidueye able to get that clutch knockout, so we're going to kind of backtrack, swing around, needing to kind of block off that Decidueye. They're going to jump over with this Misdreavus, and we're going to get that Photon Geyser into the Confuse Ray, so now our Dawn Wings is confused, which isn't going to be great, but we can use this Menacing Moonraze Maelstrom. That's a mouthful, isn't it, to say all that? The Triple M. Using that Z move, the Triple M. And we're going to send that to the Ultra Space, Max Revive, and they're going to go ahead and bring that 3-star takeaway machine. And now they have their Lunala out, so we're going to match up with our Absol. Now they're going to use this Shattered Psyche, so rip Absol. We kind of had to put something there, but I mean, I guess we could have went defensive, but they're not going to be in range to take the goal. So that's the important thing to note here, but they are going to be able to get in range to threaten. So I'm going to slide over that Vibrava. They can't go in for the attack because we can surround them. And then we get pretty lucky there, landing that Photon Geyser, shifting into the Moongeist Beam. That's pretty much our only good roll. Like, we can dodge as well. We can dodge, but if we land Moongeist Beam, that's going to be a miss. So now I double chanced here because I wanted to make sure that I took advantage of that first battle. Our Poipole is not on the board, so it was only that first battle that we're able to negate that gold. So, you know, yeah, there was a pretty good chance that Marshadow lands dodge like it always does, but, you know, I just had to increase my odds of trying to get the knockout and capitalize right then and there, because if we didn't, there was a pretty good chance we could have landed our purple into their gold. So, also here, very nice, able to get the knockout on that Drifblim, and, man, just, I do not want to get that takeaway, and we're going to shift into the dodge there, so... I mean, Dawn Wings, I guess, isn't the worst confused. You know, it just has that one bad roll. And then we get the Photon Geyser again into the Moongeist Beam. No Grass Sphere. So we're definitely going to be able to send that Decidueye to the PC, advance. And things are looking okay at this point. So we got our Fracture out. They're going to be able to use their Ghost Z move. And as long as we don't land miss here, but of course we land miss, like that's a 60. Like, I feel like that was a wasted Z move, but and our Absol is level 10. Level 10 Absol, decrease the dodge as far as possible, and Absol still likes to land that dodge way more than it should. Way more than it should. And now they're going to be able to transform into the Mismagius. I think it's Mismagius. Because it's like a mage, right? Magical. They are going to be able to get the knockout. 6 damage. Feels bad. So now we have the Triple M Z move. And we're going to get rid of this Lunala. Free up that entry point. I really don't like using the Z moves like this just for like a guaranteed knockout. But sometimes you have to. You know what I mean? Like the odds were not good. They have the Marshadow. They're getting that -20. And for us to land the Moongeist Beam into them. So... And then we had that huge miss but we're able to come through clutch with that prismatic laser. So our Dawn Wings and Vibrava holding it down. So we're moving up again. I'm trash, almost having a full Z gauge again. And we're finally going to hit that Moongeist Beam into the mist. So that 220 doing a ton of damage. But we're going to take that transformation at this point. We're going to take that transformation. We want to keep this offensive pressure. I have Air Balloon, a little bit of a YOLO, I will admit. But we do have some odds. We have some odds. And we get the prismatic laser, but that Fracture going to be able to land the guillotine. Like, come on. If we could have got that knockout, that would have been GG. I mean, I guess they could have jumped over, maybe potentially got the knockout, but there was a pretty good chance they just landed takeaway, and then our Poipole would have been there to take the goal. So, man, we miss out on that. So now I'm going to go Mega Absol. Really hoping that I can get the knockout here, and we get the Swords Dance into the Ice Beam. 260 damage, decimates that Drifblim, and we are in a pretty good position, but also we're in a pretty scary position. I'm Trash is able to Z-move next turn with that Triple M. They get the guillotine. We just needed to land the gold, and that would have been game, but we were not able to land it. Now, this is what I wanted to talk about here. Okay, so that was one way to play it, which we did. Now they're going to be able to go Menacing Moonraze Maelstrom, and this is a 100% send me to the Ultra Space. And the bad thing is my Vibrava is right next to it. So we're going to get weight. We do not have Gold Block, so that's game. Nothing we could do. So, you know, I just kind of go in with this with the Z move on the Poipole and see if we can, you know, poison some things. I mean, it's pretty much over. I just didn't want to forfeit. Didn't feel like forfeiting, and we're not able to poison anything at all. And that's going to be game. So GG to I'm Trash, man. Definitely a really nice game. Very close. I feel they got a couple of lucky rolls, but I mean, I'm sure we got some pretty lucky rolls too. So instead of moving up here, I could have just moved my Vibrava up by 1. But I attacked. This is what I want to talk about. And this is why I hate Z moves, because there's no way to gauge them 100%. Like me attacking, right, and getting knocked out gives me a huge boost. See, I have a Z move now. So if my Vibrava at this point in time was just one step away from my goalie, then I could have Z moved the Vibrava, got a 4-star knockout, and I could have got rid of that Lunala. So I don't know, guys. I don't know if I would have had the Z move had I not attacked with the Absol and got knocked out. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. It would have been nice to have that Z move available, but GG, you know, I think that was our misplay. We should have just waited a turn and kept our Vibrava one step away from the goal. But of course, Z moves like always the death of me. So getting into the next matchup, I'm Nipsey, Nipsey. You know, shout out Nipsey Hussle, man. I don't know if you guys know about his music or anything, but he was recently killed in LA. And, you know, I enjoy a lot of his music, so just wanted to make my name Nipsey. So, yeah, man, pretty sad story. But we're not going to get into that. We're going up against an ice deck, right? And I feel like we're doing pretty good right now, keeping our figures in range to be able to tag them. You don't want to get too far in no man's land if you're not in range to be able to tag your own figures, or if you have a way to heal them, scoop them up, because you can easily become banished, like freeze banished. You know, you get frozen and you're not able to tag them or reach to them because, you know, the Kyurem's on the goal, but if you're within 2 steps of that Kyurem, you're not able to tag. You know, it's been out for a while, so most of you guys should know. And look at that, a 1 miss. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. But we're okay. We have a scoop up. You know, we have megas. We have ways to deal with being frozen. So I'm not too worried about it. Not too worried about it. Now we get that 2-star Moongeist Beam. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see, Dawn Wings doing it. So I don't want to move up with the Fracture just yet. See, I'm keeping all my figures in range to be able to tag them if possible. They only have the 1 Kyurem, so, you know, Kyurem cannot block me everywhere, you know? Can only pick maybe 1 or 2 figures. So now we have the Menacing Moonraze Maelstrom, and they're going to be sent to the Ultra Space, and that's game. You know, that's game, because we have the ability to move 3 spaces with Poipole, or we have the Air Balloon. So just use the Air Balloon for, you know, whatever reasons. I could have did either or, but I felt like using the air balloon, and we get the surround. So I felt like we were able to just kind of smash that ice deck, but we got a few lucky rolls. But I felt like we played that very well with keeping our figures in a position to be tagged and not be kind of frozen and held hostage. So getting into the next matchup, seeing things from my perspective, and Ipsy Nipsey going up against Hunter, and I'm going to just take that entry. Sometimes I'll move up and try to see if I can bait them out if they don't really know about the ability, which it does work quite a bit at lower levels, but then you got to waste another turn to take the entry. So I just took it, rush up with the fracture. Now, we had some okay odds to be able to get the knockout, but that EX Mawile able to come through with that sucker punch, and Trickery again going to shift into the sucker punch and knocking out that Poipole. So, you know, it's not always the best idea to be offensive with the Poipole just because you want to take advantage of that ability with your Dawn Wings to be able to negate that gold on other Pokemon. So, as of now, it's only going to be that first attack. Moongeist Beam, not able to move Mega Mawile. So, really, not a whole lot our Dawn Wings can do up against that Mega Mawile. And they're going to be able to get the knockout. We will not transform. We will go to the PC. Now, we have odds to be able to win here with the Swords Dance and our Absol coming through. Nice. Get that Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch up against the Sucker Punch. And see you later, Mega Mawile. Now we're able to take that entry point. We have a surround setup. They're going to move down now. We have to be careful because the Z move is building up. You got to watch out for those Psychic Z moves. The movement of 3 spaces is just devastating in a lot of situations. And then we get the Guillotine into the splash. So that was pretty lucky. That was pretty lucky there. I kind of felt bad about that one. Not going to lie. Like, you feel bad, but then again, you don't because you get so many bad rolls as well. So you got to take the good rolls when you get them. We're going to be able to long throw with that Solgaleo. We're definitely going to max survive with our Dawn Wings. And we're in a pretty nice position. Now we have our menacing Moonraze Maelstrom. Going to get rid of that Duskmane Necrozma. You know, I could have went offensive with it. You know, to try to continue to hold that entry point down. But, yeah, I just wanted to get them off my entry point. And I feel pretty confident. I feel okay up there. I mean, we got 2-star purples. So looking for that Guillotine, and no. We're going to get the Shattered Psyche, take our entry point again. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm done playing around. It's time to go Ultra Necrozma. And we're going to run up, attack that UX Eevee. And as long as we land gold, it's going to be sent to the PC. Get out, takedown. You ain't taking nothing down, Eevee. And now we're threatening game, so I could have took the entry, or I could double chance go in for the attack because, I mean, let's face it, that Mawile doesn't have a lot of good odds against us either. So, want that gold? Nice, we get it. It's really nice to be able to get that gold with a double chance. So, now the only winning roll here is for them to be able to land that Trickery or the gold into our purple, and we get the gold, so nothing that EX Mawile is able to do, and that's going to be game. So good game, Hunter. Like, we had a pretty nice run. You know, obviously we're climbing up from a lower rank because we tanked quite a bit, you know. So but I feel like we've had some pretty good matchups, definitely, and there's a lot of good players in the lower levels right about now. So we had a pretty good push. I'll get to my stats and like kind of where we finished, but I just want to show you guys some more YOLO. So, as you guys know, they nerfed the enhancement boosters. You know, you could get them for 3 hours for $5, and it was unlimited. No limit. You could just go insane, grind for 3 hours. You could get anywhere from 600-700 Carmonite up into the 1,200-1,300 in Carmonite. You get 5 to 10 EX cubes. You know, 4 to 6 UX cubes, just an insane amount of gold, millions in gold, metal. So tanking is kind of the best way to do it, and this is the tank deck. This is the tank deck that I use. You know, it's got some Pokemon Switch, it's got a Max Revive, and basically Celebi is the only figure that we're able to bring right off the bench. So we're going after this Fracture, and they get a miss. Like, sometimes RNG just will not let you win, because we don't have the best of odds going up against that Fracture. And now they X-Speed here, so this should be GG for freaking Celebi, but they get the freaking 1-star burn with an X-Speed. Like, oh my god, feels bad. Feels real bad. And we didn't even get the backtrack, so that would probably be the only thing I'd be worried about coming out with my Lunala. So getting into the next matchup, and to be honest, I actually went up against this player twice. So this was our first time meeting, and they're just gonna kind of cover up the goal with their Kangaskhan. So now here, I could have did a couple of things, but I stayed on this side here to attack. I wanted to kind of go neutral. And I mean, it didn't matter. I wanted to get rid of the Desperate Times because next turn they could go Mega Lucario, threaten game. Now, they had Gold Block. I did not want them Gold Blocking, and I'm super happy that they went Mega Lucario, because Mega Lucario out damages the 120, right? For the Grass Knot. So we're able to get that knockout. So they could have Gold Blocked. I would have 100% Gold Blocked with that Lucario, because then we had to bank on Lucario landing miss. So now they're going to come out with a Combuskin, and we get the purple into the white. So as long as they do not get the Cyclone Kick, we're good. And they can't get the Cyclone Kick. So it feels bad. You know, again, RNG just like favoring YOLOs. I mean, there's really not a whole lot of skill involved. Like, there was a little bit of like, you know, me thinking how I could win. But I actually met them again, which they beat me, but they kind of rage quit at the beginning, was like leaving, coming back. You can see them like connecting, reconnecting. And so if you watch this video, man, sorry. You know, I know these YOLO Celebes are annoying, but we wanted to make the most of the enhancement boosters before they're nerfed, and I used one since they've been nerfed. You know, they have a 10-win limit, and it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Like, you still get 2,000 points. I want to say I got like 5 or 6 EX cubes and a couple UX cubes, but I only got 120 Carmonite. Like, where is all my Carmonite for $5? Like, I just don't think it's worth it for 10 wins. You know, if you want to get them to boost the points, to be able to try to get that 8,000 final reward for the monthly points, then definitely do it. But in terms of just getting materials, like, it's not that worth it. But they don't really give us a whole lot of other options. There's no way to get Carmonite outside of like daily login or daily missions or events. You know, I wish they would bring back the black. But dude, we're just getting some pretty awesome rolls up against this Guzzlord, and I'm just like hoping to land blue or something, and they get the Belch, so they're not going to give us weight again, and we're able to win that one as well. Just Celebi able to YOLO so good. Going up against an X-member, X-Phenom, and gives us a perfect opportunity to use this Desperate Times. Normally, Celebi has no chance up against Marshadow, but with that Desperate Times, we're able to just smack it. And feels bad, man. Should have definitely went defensive. It's just like Celebi with that Desperate Times, it just gives Celebi so many more options for knocking Pokemon out. So here, we're able to go defensive. You know, taking a look at some of the plates, they do have some options for rushing us down. So, but they don't take advantage of it. If they would have put that Lucario on the right side, we would not have been able to Pokemon switch. We would have had to have attacked that Poipole. So, huge misplay on X here, because now we're able to get Celebi back out. So that's kind of the only problem. If they have 2 runners, you're not able to cover the goal in Pokemon Switch, because then they have both your entries locked down and you're screwed, right? Because Poipole is like a 3 MP basically. So again, we're able to Pokemon Switch. We get Dialga out on that entry. We're going to move in for the attack. Okay, dodge. Into the 101. You got to get that Roar of Time. Got to get that 141, and then we get it. So we get it here, and they're going to go Mega Mawile. So I was a little bit, like, I was worried a little bit, okay, I'll admit. But they don't attack, so I'm going to move up here with the Celebi. And I'm like, you know what? We got to get rid of this Mega Mawile. We have a Z move now. It should be enough. That's what I was thinking. Once we sack and get knocked out, we have a Z gauge. So I'm like, okay, Well, they have a Z move. They're going to have a Z move, and that Celesteela is going to annihilate us. But if we use our Corkscrew Crash, and we get it, which we do, we're able to move 2 steps, and now that Celesteela is not in range. Now, they could max survive, you know, but do they come out with the Mawile? You know, it's a lot of blue. That 91's not doing too much. Do they come with the Zoroark for the cross counter? But then again, it's like 50-50, whether we get the 140 or the 101. So they didn't have a lot of good options, and they just kind of conceded the match. But man, just like, I just wanted to show you guys some of these YOLOs, just insane. Celebi, some of the wins that Celebi can get you on its own. And yeah, 14,472 points. That's an insane amount of points, because we did a lot of tanking on those enhancement boosters. We were able to get a badge from the team match event, 401st in the ranks, nothing too insane, but for the fact that, like, we just tanked the crap out of our rating, you know, and be able to kind of climb back up that far was pretty insane. But D. Janelle in first place at this point. I'm not sure if he finished first. OSR started doing the tank. Like, we were all trying to take advantage of these enhancement boosters before they nerfed them. You know, I like that you don't have to grind for 3 hours straight, but the 10 limit is so bad. We have another N member in second, so N in first, or in second and third. D. Cranny in fourth place. Again, I don't know if these were final, so if any of you guys were able to actually see the final, definitely let me know. MK Ison. So we definitely had a good amount of N members in the top 100. So shout out to everybody who, you know, made it in the top 100. D. Janelle for first place, Cranny for fourth, and our N members in second and third. But we were able to kind of just go through, get all of the points easily. The monthlies reset on the 10th, so I got my pass on the 14th. It doesn't look like they're making any changes to the top 100. I think they should give us all, or the top 100 people, a voucher for the 3-day and the enhancement boosters. You know, it's like a $15 value. But we're getting top 1,750 material, some Carmonite. Like, the Carmonite's pretty much the only thing that I really want. But if they added those vouchers and gave more material, like, I think top 100 should get at least 2,500 material. 2 months in a row, that'd be 5K. But this was pretty much our rate, like our stats before we started tanking, you know, and like, now's our stats here after tanking. So we're really ruining our win ratio, but we're still like 73%. We were like 80-some%. But we're going to have more videos with the new Pokemon, you know, Blacephalon, Stakataka, Victini. We got Arceus. We got Mega Steelix, like a lot of awesome new Pokemon. So if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. You can also follow me on Twitter at KDub175 for further discussions. Talk about whatever you guys want. But until the next one, later, guys.